we are in phase of discussing similar design. So we are a long way now. Means we discussed decorator and decorator and visitor design pattern. We have also discussed a mediator and observer design. We have also discussed proxy and adapter design pattern. We talk about template method and strategy design. Template method and strategy design. They look similar and they belong to behavioral design, both of them. So template method and strategy. What is difference between them and the classic of design pattern, that 23 design pattern what we have. Everything looks similar in the sense that all they support polymorphism. It's an art of polymorphism. But all they fit in orthogonal situations, they are different, really different. So template method. So template method means template. We create a template and let it fill in at runtime in future. This is template method. Means it's a kind of blueprint we creating, and then depending upon the situation, we fill it. Template method. Methods are template, not class. Template method. Okay, like I am writing a sorting algorithm. This is a famous example. I am writing a sorting algorithm. So sorting algorithm written. But inside the algorithm, there are many places where we don't know what to do. Like it should be sorted as increasing order or decreasing order. So sorting can be ascending or descending, or in other term, we can say that things would grow as we sort, means increasing order, or it is sorted in a decreasing order. Now, when in the algorithm, when we swap, because less should be on the beginning of the list when it is sorted, or higher should be at the beginning. If it is higher at the beginning, then it is decreasing sort. If lesser at the is at the beginning of the list, final list, then it is ascending sort. Okay, so when we do the swapping, if I find two items they need to be swapped, then less would go left or less would go right. So this decide it is ascending or descending sort. So I want it to be generic. Now, if I want ascending and descending and other way alphabetical order of calculation, and many things can happen, because we are just right now we are thinking it is they are integers. There can be string comparison and so many things. So if those are the cases, there can be 20 way I can do the swapping. So 20 classes I have to write. Rather than, since in the sorting algorithm everything is same, only the time where we swap, there it differs as per the priority. So there we can just say that swap A and B. But the swap function which swaps A and B either in ascending or descending, it is as a template that need to be filled in future. So these functions we leave it as virtual or pure virtual. It is up to kind of the designer. Now, but in templates method or templates method, so for the time being, so I can say swap. Now swap, I can make it pure virtual. If I make it pure virtual, then the template method sorting is the template method. It is inside a class. Sorting calls swapping. Swapping function I am declaring a pure virtual. If that is the case, then I cannot instantiate the C++ class. So whoever derives from this template method class, so sort is the class which follows template method. Only thing is he had to implement the swap that function. That's all. Because the sorting function anyway, I mean sorting function that is the that is the kind of we are writing. So anyway he is receiving. So if sorting function is there, if someone derives from this class, a class which contains the sorting function, and inside sorting function we call swapping. Swapping is a pure virtual. So the class through which we derive ascending sort, descending sort, string sort, byte code sort, and so many things. That class, anyway, it is receiving the sorting method. it needs to implement the swapping as per the scenario, or the swapping, it may not be pure virtual in the base class. We will have some default whatever implementation what we can push. So template method where we can place default values. So our sorting is full fledged for a particular kind of sorting, or we can make pure. So idea is template method, the method what we are writing, the algorithm what we are writing. So wherever we feel it should be generic, there we push template methods. And those methods we declare polymorphic. And those we can fill in the derived classes. So we defer. We defer to a kind of a situation where people who need it, they derive from it and they can fill in the virtual function the way they want a sorting algorithm to behave. This is a template method. There is another called design pattern called strategy. When I am kind of planning for I see a student. So when a student is 5 year old, then he'll go to school, primary school. But when he is 10 year old, he'll go to middle school. When he is 14-year-old, he'll go to high school. And then when he is 18-year-old, then he will go to college, and probably then other colleges, engineering college or arts college or whatsoever. And then he'll go for post-graduation college and like this. So this is the strategy I'm writing an algorithm. So inside the algorithm, I have written many things, but and this is the way I am writing. So students, 5 year primary school. This is the way I place the algorithm. Now algorithm is ready, and whoever is reading the algorithm is understanding concept. But idea is there is no idea that he is an arts student, he is a science student, or he is going for some agriculture studies, or he is going for some medical studies. Nothing. Name of the schools are also not mentioned. Nothing is mentioned. Only kind of hooks are there. Okay. What is the name of the primary school? No one knows. What is the name of middle school, high school, or then college and then post graduation? No one. But I have made a strategy. So in template method, we are filling a strategy in the sorting algorithm, and then we don't know what would be the swapping method. Here also, we are writing a function. Inside the function, we are placing hooks that okay, this is what will happen. But what is the difference between template method and strategy? Now, template method where the hooks are methods. Here, hooks are classes. That is the difference. So, if I say you would go to study primary school, then kind of I can say primary school study. So, primary school or a school, primary school is a function. Then school, then middle school is a function, something like that. So now there, whatever we are in template method, whatever the hooks we are placing, it is pure function. It is not against any class point. There are pure functions. Here, whatever the hooks we are placing, all are against a class. So we are calling methods, but all are against a class. There may be different. All are against an interface, separate interface. So there is an algorithm and there is a strategy class. Strategy is an interface. From there, we derive all the strategy classes. Now, the person who is implementing the strategy algorithm, then he can use any concrete class wherever he wants to fill in. So those concrete class, they follow the strategy interface. So at runtime, we can have so many concrete classes that can be called in the strategy. So if I take the sorting algorithm, so I can have like if I have an algorithm higher. So a kind of a strategy design pattern is since it is talking about interface based hooks rather than function based. So that is template method, that is method based hooks. It is strategy class, it is interface based hooks. So if that is the case, like I can write an algorithm, there I can say sort. sort. Okay. Now I can now this sort. So I can say I is an interface sort. Here, if in case if I need to call in template method, I would just use method called sort. Here I'll say interface I sort. That interface would is strategy interface that would be realized as quick sort, heap sort, or quick ascending sort, quick descending sort, heap descending sort, heap ascending sort, whatsoever. So at runtime, so the algorithm what we have written, there I can pass the strategy pointer and whatever I want. Then against that we will call the function called sort. So the strategy design pattern where we write the algorithm and against interfaces we place the hollow hooks and interface would be realized with the concrete classes and that would be passed into the algorithm. So now same algorithm works in thousands ways as per the concrete classes. Templates method also works in thousand way as per the method. So if I want thousand way, thousand derived classes are required. But here if I want thousand way, then thousand derived classes should derive from the strategy interface. That is separate. Okay, here it's from the template method only. The template method, the class it belongs to, it only has the methods. But here all the everything goes in a strategy separate class. Strategy pointer through which we are calling the interface. So hollow is both places. Here algorithm is there, hollows are filled by derived classes or methods. Here algorithm is there and hollows are filled by strategy interface concrete class. So that is the difference. What is real time example? Now elections are kind of is there. So India is a country where we can say it is imminent, but it is near. Now there is a person who is kind of belongs to a old party which struggled for Indian independence, so called, and he is kind of thinking that he will become prime minister of the country, and now he is making a statement like once he is in power, okay, now he is making a strategy that how things would happen, okay. So once he is in power, then 3 million job like this, one part of the strategy. 1 lakh to every unemployed youth or whatsoever rupees, I don't know, per month or per year or in 5 year term he would be. Then this facility, that facility. These are called strategy. Means he is making one strategy, algorithm. There he is keeping the hooks that he would fulfill. Okay, so 3 million job, how? No one knows. 3 million jobs immediately. There are government three in many states also. Prior to that, he also made a strategy that only in 10 days post counting means once election results are identified, election results are done. Within 10 days, every farmer's bank loan would be waived off. 5 years, nothing happened. Farmers committed suicide because of false strategy. Okay, now when country election is coming, now the kind of statement is 3 million job, then people would go to school and then 1 lakh rupees, then this facility, then that facility. So these are so you are filling a strategy and keeping the holes. Holes would get fulfilled when he becomes prime minister. And then in railway this many and this many. So this is what he is making the study. So hooks he is just keeping. Hooks he is keeping so that he would fulfill in the future, he never fulfilled. Okay, he is in making the strategy for past 20 years. He never fulfilled even a single hole. What a strategy he makes, people gave him numerous chances. Now again, same strategy. Okay, so when you go for a strategy design pattern, a template design pattern, then please make sure that whatever the hooks is placed, that should be fulfilled at runtime. So that is required.